welcome everybody. We are at the famous Nordschleife today. It's German Eifel. We do have track temps of 11 degrees. Very, very cold evening. I do want to start with a little bit of information that I already posted in the Discord. It's in the Eifel, a nature and mountainous area in Germany. It's close to the cities of Bonn, along the river Rhine, close to Koblenz, a very, very famous city for being what I believe is either a birthplace or where there is a statue of Kaiser Wilhelm. It's just something I know. It's not that I looked it up, but we gotta talk about something, right? Guten Abend, guten Abend. Wir können auch weitergehen in Deutsch, das ist kein Problem. Wir sind heute Abend hier an den Nordschleifen vor ein 45 Minuten Amateurrennen mit den GT3 Autos. Ich hoffe natürlich, dass du einen sehr guten Tag gehabt haben und ja, ich hoffe, du bist fertig für die 45 Minuten Rennen. But we will be continuing in English because if I'm gonna be speaking German, I think 80% of all viewers will be leaving us. Aber eine Scheiße dazwischendurch geht immer natürlich. What are we looking at? It's what we can see, a little bit cloudy, a little bit the sun is there a little bit, but 11 degrees temp for the track, 11 degrees for the environment, the ambient temperature. We do have 26 people signed up for the Nordschleife race. Do we have 26 already? We have 22. So we are still waiting for a couple of people, but we do have enough people for a very, very exciting German evening. I do see a lot of fast people. We have iDodo. We have BMW Switzer Motorsport. I see Mr. Moore Decode. Manguela Cervera is back. We have Six Carab, the Mustang, and we have Doug Boss in his Ferrari. We do have Cole, we have Setnet, we have Cardozo in the amazing Mercedes. I've just been watching the practice, and if I just shut up, you can hear that Merc blasting through the German Eifel. But we are here. We do have Saber in here, Panzerbero in here, who is also in the chat. We have El Criso with his green McLaren, always in a green McLaren. I would say if you hit this car and you're gonna be going in the chat, I didn't see you, my bad. I think my eyes are bad for not being able to see all the car numbers on track all the time. But if you miss this almost neon green McLaren, you do have to go to a very, very good eye surgeon. I wish we could be talking about lap times already in the practice, but practice being 10 minutes and this track being about between 8 minutes and 8 minutes 40, 45, 8:50 for some people, maybe even 9 minutes. It's hard to get an idea of the pace that people are going to be driving today. This is Mr. Sharp, first guy on track, but he is being followed by what can only be, of course, not iDodo. I am gonna annoy you guys a little bit, making the track a little bit bigger. 444, that is Mr. BMW from Switzer Motorsport. I am a very happy man though. Temps in the house have been reduced by about 5 degrees. I'm back into living in 24 degrees Celsius today, so I'm happy. I hope you guys have had a bit of a cooler day as well, because the last few days have been almost tropical. We just don't have the white beaches. And that's beaches with EA and not an I. Yeah, the temps were crazy. The temps were a little bit crazy for us. I'm not South European. I'm like we say in the Netherlands. I'm a real cheesehead, kaaskop in Dutch. And what Clorte said, I'm not gonna be repeating that, but what Clorte said, that's true also. But we do have a lot of other people here too. And we have a couple of beaches. They are not so wide though, over here. With about 15 seconds of practice to be done. My guess is we do see a couple of guys on track earlier on in the lap, but we will not be waiting for these guys to finish their lap, because they are more than likely to dirty their lap, and practice will be over way faster than that they will be competing. It would be amazing to see if we have, who is the last guy on track? That's Setnet, already already in the gravel, so that's gonna be an invalidated lap. Then we have number 555, having an invalidated lap as well, Mr. 91. And Mr. Sosa is like, yeah, if we're gonna be drifting, we might as well do it for half the track. No problem at all. And that's
go, go.
Practice over, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be going for a round of qualifying on the Nürburgring. Normally we say we're gonna be following one guy to watch his first warm-up lap and his first push lap. I do not want to bore you all to death by following one guy for 8 more minutes, so we will just be switching the warm-up lap this time with a Lexus. Love to see it, a kind of exotic car on the grid. But who was the first guy on track? Hard to see all those numbers right now, but it is Idodo in second, is my guess. He might be the first guy on track. And where do we have Mr. BMW just coming up? Quick left on a quick left-hander. We are still dialing in a little bit. We have the normal GP track. They will start and then they will go, instead of going right, the chicane where Mr. BMW is gonna be coming up on is a little bit less tight on the Nordschleife layout, and then we won't be going right towards start finish. We will be going left onto the true Nordschleife. And Mr. BMW Switzer Motorsport having a little touristic trip into the grass. A sightseeing route is what I believe it's called. Sightseeing. We're going sightseeing along the Nordschleife today. They will be taking the shortcut for the first lap. And then they will start on their quali run. I hope all your guys' days have been well today. It's been a little bit less hot, a little bit of rain, or I at least had a little bit of rain here today in the Netherlands, and it's cooled down a lot. But we do want to see where is Idodo is on track, but we do have a couple of other fast guys. Mr. Bardiali Mordecote also started his quali run. We have Six Carab also started his quali run, and we have Duck Boss who also started it. We do see quite a busy last sector of the GP track, but that's because everybody has been taking the shortcut to start their quali run. You're gonna have one opportunity, maybe two opportunities if you're a real fast guy, but one opportunity, one shot qualifying. We have Mr. Cole, who's back again in the McLaren. Setnet in the yellow and pink Ferrari today, and we have Cardozo in that beast of a Merc. I just can't get enough of that sound of that thing. The Merc, the Aston Martin, the Bentley, very good dark sounding V8s. We have Panzerberro just starting on the original Nordschleife. Nine-minute session overtime. All right. So there is. My guess is when the timer is done and you invalidate it, your run will be over. I hope if we're having a good race, a good battles on track, multiple battles of course is what we want to see. If we are having a good Nordschleife race today, and I don't want to put pressure on any races, anybody we're watching, but if it's gonna be good, I'm gonna be trying to make some clips tomorrow again and make a little recap, because multi-class races and Nordschleife races are pretty popular on the XCL roster. It's so if we have good moves, accidents, mistakes, and good racing in general, we do want to see a small recap of a couple of minutes. And as we are the XCL traditional, the best looking car on track, the dark green Aston Martin of Mr. Tynes FB. Who that guy is, nobody knows. He's been in the lobby for quite a while and quite some races. Nobody's ever seen him leave the pit, so that's our mystery guest right there. I saw online that the ACC Kuno Simulazioni said they were not done with ACC yet, right? So maybe there will be coming a M4 Evo, a Aston Martin Evo, new liveries, maybe some new tracks, you never know, with the popularity of Verstappen. LMP, yes, but Le Mans Ultimate is knocking on the door, Clorter. Le Mans Ultimate is knocking on the door. So do you wanna use ACC for LMP cars? Or should they just try and get Evo? Will they add it in Evo? Make Evo as all-round as possible while not losing the GT3 and the multi-class style racing. But if LMPs would be a DLC, a future DLC, I would be happy to buy it. That would be freaking amazing. Like, if you're gonna have GT3s versus LMPs, that's just a thing everybody wants to see, is my guess. I'm very curious with iDodo having completed about 60% right now, 70%. What kind of time we're gonna be seeing? I think I've seen a couple of quick guys doing 8-minute 10s, 8-minute 8s. I believe I've seen one guy do. I think that was a. I have been watching that stream with Mr. Buddha together, I believe, and we saw a German guy doing a 8:08 around here. And what I believe is he said he was living next to the Nürburgring or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. He might know the track from real life experience. 8:02 earlier this week. That is amazingly fast. But what are we betting on? Are we? What are we saying? Is iDodo gonna break the 8:10s? What is iDodo gonna do? Will he have a clean lap and will he be doing a sub 8-minute 10? Going into the last corner and up towards the start finish line, so we will be looking at the split. Alright, Klorpter, here we go. 8:14.8, not too far away, not too far away, Klorpter. If you get it right, if you had it right, Klorpter, I would have sent you a special. I would have been going to a, how do we say that? A sticker or a company that's making stickers, and I would send you a whole bunch of official XCL stickers. But we do see 6 carat, and that's the amazing thing, right, around the Nordschleife with Mr. BZRK Legends with an 8:14.8 and then 6 carat, a lap off, from the top of my head, around 22-24 kilometers long, and then you're gonna be missing out by just 2/10. 2/10 on 8 minutes and 14 minutes or seconds. 8 minutes and 14 seconds, and you're just gonna be 2.5 tenths away from the other guy. That's quite amazing. And what happened to iDodo? Did we just make a mistake? I think we made a mistake. iDodo had an invalidated lap and Mr. BZRK Legends was the one that did a 8:14.8. With a McLaren sliding around. Was that Mr. Fabian? It was not. Who is behind? Mr. Switzer Motorsport. Can we see that number, please? 21. That was Horst Webb sliding around in the McLaren. We are gonna take a look at the timetable though. What did Idodo do? No lap set. With 2 minutes left of qualifying, so we do have that one guy that's driving over there, car number 91. Probably able to start another lap, but I do hope he's not gonna be dirtying it, because being a dirty lap is invalidated and quali over. 802 on console is pretty crazy. And we do have car number 1000. It's a pretty long pretty long number. But I'm very curious what Mr. BZRK Legends and 6 Carap are gonna be doing after the race starts. It's a crazy close race if these guys can keep this up for the whole 45 minutes. Split times are gonna be chaotic as well. Everybody will be, I hope it's not gonna take a full first lap for the split times to be correct, because that's gonna be hell for a broadcaster's point of view. And we do press the wrong button again. Six Carap in the Mustang. With that crazy high pitched V8 sound. Mr. BZRK Legends and 6 Carap are not that far apart, ladies and gentlemen, so when they will be crossing the finish line for their second lap, their second quali lap, we will be seeing what time they have put down. But with 7 minutes of waiting time to go, which will probably not be the full 7 minutes wait time, but we will see. Noch 7 Minuten und dann fangen wir an mit der Nordschleife 45 Minuten Rennen dieser Tag. With BZRK Legends having a little moment on what I believe was, of course, Flugplatz. And 6 Scarab having not as big of a moment as Mr. Legends. Andam going for a last to first possibly, yes, but Andam is a beast and he is probably running. You know that better than me, he is joining. He is in, but you probably know him better than me. He will be able to pull out 8 tenths or sub 8 tenths. With Idodo pulling a 8-minute 10 out of the head. A best lap is now an 8:10 for Idodo. And Andam not having done a quali. BZRK Legend is done. And what will 6 Scarab do? 6 Scarab goes to an 8:13.1. Start. You're gonna be having to battle with Andam, Idodo. Andam is in the lobby, not having qualified. Andam will be starting from the back. He can't. Oh damn. And what if, Idodo? What if you have a moment? What if you have a moment? If you're having a love story with the gravel or the grass today? Well, we will see. Everybody makes mistakes. The Andams in this world, the Scarabs in this world, the Legends, the Idodos, the broadcasters make mistakes. The broadcasters make more mistakes than everybody possible. Possibly that's why we're broadcasters and not racers. And we do have Panzerbero going to start finish. Let's see what he's gonna be pulling out of the head. Nothing. No clean lap. We have Saber still on track. It would be such a shame if he dirties his lap right now. That's the beauty, and that's qualifying done. We have Idodo in P1, Scarab P2, Mr. Slin, who slotted in between Mr. 6 Scarab and BZRK Legend. So Slin having had a very, very good lap. Top 5 guys: Idodo, 6 Scarab, Slin, BZRK Legends and Mr. BMW from Switzer Motorsport. And we have a special exclusive guest starting from last, and he's gonna be trying to fight his way to the top 3 today. So we do have, in case we do not have any exciting battles going on, we can always hop on the hype train or speed train that is called Andam today. But he's gonna have a lot of work to do with a lot of possible incidents fighting his way through the field. So will Idodo have it easy? Will he be battling with 6 Scarab? What will we see? But we will have a pretty exciting race to look forward to. And while we're still on the grid waiting, like I said, we are today in the German Eifel, a nature and mountainous area in Germany, close to the cities of Koblenz, Bonn, Trier and a little village called Cochem. Very picturesque village. If you're ever planning on going, here we go again, TripAdvisor at work. If you're ever gonna be in the Eifel, you have a lot of beautiful places to visit along the River Mosel and a lot of old cities like Koblenz and Bonn. Yes, and a lot of old forts in the Eifel area. Very much wine ranks along the mountains of the rivers. It's German wine is actually becoming more popular from what I believe. I'm not a wine drinker myself, but this was our little trip advisor section back to the race. And especially for Idodo, to work on my language skills. Idodo, bon voyage. Have a good trip.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Hallo, hallo, Mr. Strafzettel. Guten Abend, guten Abend. Willkommen an die Nordschleifen. I can't speak too much German because we do have English viewers, and and my feeling is every time I say a German word, half the viewers are leaving. So I'm just gonna be keeping it in English. And I do have a special thing in the works for tomorrow. I will be telling you all more about that tomorrow before the race, and we will be giving you a couple of hints tomorrow during the day. But we do have the race starting, so we will be talking about that more later. Idodo first, Scarab on the inside, and BZRK Legends in third, in the middle of the track. Not a position you want to be in on this track. We will be going to Helicam. 6 Scarab going very, very wide, and Mr. Slin on the inside by 6 Scarab. Do we have any major incidents? Not yet. Oh, we do have incidents. 2 guys spinning out, being touched by other drivers. What is happening? The front is probably okay, with a couple of guys in the mix at the tight right-hander. And that was BMW from Switzer Motorsport. We will be staying here for the moment with another guy in the Schumacher S's, bumped on the rear and sliding off. Too much action, too little cameras. We will be staying in helicopter view. I am gonna be going backwards through the field a little bit to see what is happening and if we get more moments. Back on the front. Idodo far ahead, but yes, that's the thing. What I hate about the first laps. You would wish that you had more cameras, more point of views. Mr. Andam is currently already past half the field, I think, if we're looking at the little dot. We're gonna be expanding the map a little bit so we can have a better view. Andam already halfway through the field from what I can guess from this map. BMW. I do hope the splits are right at the moment, that the splits are worked out already. We do not have any splits yet, any split times. Everything starts coming in now. Split times are coming in, so we will be seeing what everybody's position is. We had iDodo starting in 1, stayed in 1. BZRK, who had fallen back to P4, has gained 2 positions. Slin still in 3rd position, and we had what I believe was BMW from Switzer Motorsports in 4th, who has fallen back. Oh, I did miss that while looking at the split. We do have Andam in exactly P13. He's still behind Manguela, P13, because Saber has been back. Yep, Saber. Split times are not corrected yet, but Andam. We do want to see Andam for a moment. What is he gonna do? Slotting back on his line in front of Manguela Cervera. We do have BZRK Legends, what a name, with Mr. Slin. And what happened to 6 or iDodo? What happened to iDodo? iDodo has probably had a disconnect. Yep, here he is in the chat having a disconnect. Lecoq iDodo. No, just kidding. But we do have BZRK Legends and Slin for P1 and P2 at the moment. And then we have behind them a BMW Switzer Motorsport chasing Neat Attendant. And then we have 6 Scarab behind, in front of Duck Boss, behind Fabian. With 6 Scarab and Duck Boss running the same color scheme. And Andam already behind him. This is probably gonna be exciting. Andam, Duck Boss and 6 Scarab. We will be following this, and we will be watching the P1, P2 split. We will be going on board with Andam to have a look. The outside of Duck Boss being very polite over there. He didn't have to give away that position so quickly or so easily, but it's probably on the Nordschleife safer to let somebody pass than to fight in these narrow high curved area, or in this narrow high curved area. If you touch a curb over here, you're probably going to be calling SpaceX to come and save you. And we did see Duck Boss having a little moment on the curbs right there. With BZRK Legends and Slin still very close together, and Andam on his way to Mr. 6 Scarab, still behind Fabian, not easy to pass. DCs are always hard, especially if you're having a nice race, good position. If you've looked forward to it with ACC already having service down before the race, and then we do see 6 Carab on pure speed passing that McLaren on the straight. The McLaren in the slipstream can just only look at it. Look at how the Mustang is driving away. And we do have a couple of other guys over here. Very, very close back. People flashing. People needing the room. It's the widest section of the track, ladies and gentlemen. Please calm down. But we will be going to Andam P8, chasing Fabian. This is gonna be exciting. Scarab being a pretty fast guy, and making his way towards the BMW of Mr. BMW from Switzer Motorsport. Maybe in practice, just park your car, scan the QR, and try it. We do still have, and that's very nice or exciting to see. These two guys have been a full lap, have been doing a full lap, and still 4 tenths just between them. Here we have Andam in front of Fabian, and now the party begins, ladies and gentlemen. Andam on his way to 6 Carab and on his charge through the field towards a podium and possibly a P1. We will find out when 34 minutes are over. So we do have Horst Webb and Real Lucky Fish. If it was raining, I bet Real Lucky Fish was especially happy around here. As we do see Fabian still ahead in the split, but Fabian is of course already behind Endam, and Endam is 1.8 behind Scarab. Let's see how quickly he's gonna be closing that gap. 6 Scarab himself is only 8 tenths behind Switzer Motorsport, so this is gonna be very exciting. All the other gaps at the moment are bigger, except for Horst Webb and Real Lucky Fish, but we do not want to see that at the moment. We want to see what's happening over here, looking at 6 Carab in the middle between Switzer Motorsport and Endam, coming for him from behind. And that's something you'll usually say only in the nightly hours in your bedroom, but Endam is actually coming for 6 Carab. And And this group is getting closer and closer to each other. That's why we're staying here, and we're not gonna be looking. As much as I would like to have all the battles that we could broadcast, everything, every close gap happening on track, but we do have to make choices, and we are making the choice to look at Switzer Motorsport, Scarab and Andem. What is gonna be happening in this three-way fight? Do we want to see a helicam view of what's happening, or will we stay in the TV cam? If you have any suggestions about the camera POV, let me know. This being a very, very fast section of the track with a left-hander and a right-hander afterwards, that's just gonna be coming up. A very, very tricky section, and then braking for a almost 180-degree right-hander, and then the left-hander named Carousel afterwards. As we see Andem very, very close to the back end of 6 Scarab. 6 Scarab not being able to get that gap to Switzer Motorsport as little as possible. As we do see sparks flying from the BMW. Nighttime, sparks, lights, braking lights, a lot of distractions. I know from first-hand real-life experience the Eiffel area, just driving on regular roads without any lighting on the side with just your headlights. It can be very, very dark over there. Mountainous area, little to no light from the stars above. So between those trees, tight narrow track, multiple cars chasing each other and having a battle. That's very, very exciting. That gets your heart pumping. As I do want to go to the helicam for a moment to see these guys possibly captured in one camera image chasing each other around the Nordschleife. And all we hear is that Mustang screaming. Where is the BMW sound? Where is the McLaren sound? It is non-existent. We do hear that big beast engine of a Mustang. You should get off the Wi-Fi, I don't know. Get off the Wi-Fi. Rule number 1. Being a gamer, get that cabled connection. I don't care if you're playing COD, if you're playing FIFA, if you're racing ACC or an arcade game, get that cable in your Xbox instead of the Wi-Fi. As we do see 6 Scarab passing Switzer Motorsport on the straight with that Mustang just so quick. And they are coming up on Dave Sipos. It's of course fighting for position, but they just want to let him know, and 6 Scarab got it in front of him just on time, with BMW Switzer Motorsport being cut off by Dave Sipos. They are having to slow down for him, and Dave Sipos going into the pit, probably saving himself from a very incident prone position between these fast guys. As we do see Andam outbraking himself and Switzer Motorsport cutting back inside. This is where the action starts, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets exciting. We will be going to these guys. Hushed Webb, AJ Cardozo, with Cardozo having passed Mr. Hushed Webb. And hear that Mercedes roar. Bang, bang, shifting down in the Mercedes. I think the whole area of the Eiffel is knowing there is a Mercedes AMG on the loose tonight. Yes, Dave Sipos was going very slow on the straight. These McLarens and 6 Carab were flying past him. I don't know where his speed went. I don't know if he touched the grass or anything, but he was going very slow. As we do see Mr. 6 Carab in 4th position, 6.6 behind Neat Attendant at the moment. I'm very curious if 6 Carab and Endam are gonna be closing this gap, with Endam still having to pass Switzer Motorsport, of course, who cut back on the first corner to regain his position lost. Fastest lap is, we are gonna be looking at BZRK Legends, an 8:15 at the moment. 8:15.0. We are gonna be looking at Endam. What has he been running? An 8:20 through the field. Switzer Motorsport in the BMW with Endam in the McLaren behind him. Closest battle on track. This is what we're gonna be looking at, with Fabian and Dave Sipos still close together on the split, but Dave Sipos, having done his pit, is not as close to top 8 as he's showing right now. And we do have a nice little group over here. We have Harsweb, Hamsik and Real Lucky Fish close together, with Real Lucky Fish and Hamsik being close together, or Harsweb and Hamsik. Real Lucky Fish, AJ Cardozo. We heard him roar first, now it's just a little lawnmower. I bet it's one of those 1-cylinder lawnmowers at the moment. But before we're gonna miss out, we do want to stay here. Switzer Motorsport and Endam. The purple, Finn, the purple. We are gonna be looking at the purple. Before it's too late. We are going on board, ladies and gentlemen, with Endam. See what he's looking at. And you can see just how dark it is. You do have the lights, of course, and you do see in front of you, but if you just look outside the line of the lights, basically, that light bundle is, as we see, Endam going on the right, having a little bit more speed, but Switzer Motorsport making himself as wide as possible and allowed. Very tight situation over here, with Endam going a little bit wide. Very close, just touching a little bit. Osva, let's go. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying. Whoa, big bounce for Endam. Big bounce over the curb, unbalanced in the car.
We are halfway through, keep pushing.
With a lot of damage, possibly. If he's lucky, he doesn't feel anything in his wheel, or not having to hold his wheel 20 degrees sideways, but that was a big moment for Endam. going into the grass, bouncing off of the curb, going straight forward into the wall. That's gonna be a long pit stop for NM, having lost a lot of grip, as we can see. Mistake, while NM is normally not the one making a lot of mistakes. I do want to have a look inside. Do we still go straight when the wheel is not turned? I'm having a very unstable car at the moment. That's way too much damage to continue fighting for a podium. That's the night at the Nordschleife, ladies and gentlemen. Very disappointed to see this fight back to the front being stopped by a mistake in the nightly hours on the Nordschleife. To finish first you have to finish. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. And even big names and even fast guys, they do make mistakes. So if you're ever running for a podium position with 2-3 laps to go, don't think you're gonna be losing out if you see somebody coming up behind you. Everything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. Every race, every day, every hour, every minute, everything can happen. As we do see BZRK legends in the split time, it's 6/10. Realistically speaking, it is maybe a second. BZRK going into the pits. And what is NDM looking at? A very banged up McLaren, but you gotta give him some round of a little bit of an applause for continuing on his way to go to the pit lane, probably repairing the damage and gonna be starting from wherever he's gonna be coming back on the grid to fight his way back up front. So you gotta say that I would be the one, and that's my unprofessionalism. I would be the one that's gonna be giving up. So I'm giving you guys just a pep talk, like everything can happen, you can always continue and don't give up. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be mad about it myself, and I'm gonna be banging myself with my head against the wall, trying to to repair the damage I have done to my own race by banging my own head. That's not very good. But Andam probably having so much damage, not able to continue. He is not able. He is having a 90-degree steering angle just to go straight, or just to steer a little bit. But he is getting himself to the pit lane, barely, but this is gonna be a long repair time, even letting someone pass before going into the pits himself. This is a very bad situation for NDM. But a very big round of applause for making it to the pit lane and hanging on to keep fighting. Panzerbero just being in the pit lane, with Slin of course in P1, BZRK having pitted already, and 6 Carab currently in P4. About, we can't say yet because the split is not correct, but I'm very curious how far away 6 Carab is from P1. And we do have a gap over here. Krizo and T. Smith. so bouncing off that first curb. I do hate the Nürburgring GP circuit first corner. I do hate it with all my heart, but if you get it right, it's very, very satisfying. Hard brake zone, fling your car to the right, get over a little bit of curb, early on the throttle, going to the left, flinging your car back to the right to open up that left-hander, and continuing to the second sector of the Nürburgring GP. It is a very satisfying combination if you get it right. It's not my favorite track. I do like the track though. That's the thing. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. T. Smith and Creso close together. And we have 6 Carab, 1.8 behind Neat Attendant. Switzer Motorsport already, with Neat Attendant having fallen back behind 6 Carab. So 6 Carab is now 18 seconds behind BZRK Legends. I'm very, very curious if he can make this time, if he can gain time. Sad thing is, Nürburgring, not as many battles as you have on the more popular or more raceable tracks for rookie racers, I guess. Nordschleife is a very, very specialistic race. And where is Mr. Andam? Pit lane. Just off the jacks. Not off the jacks. Andam is probably finished, ladies and gentlemen. We will be returning to Andam in a bit, but my guess is Andam is done. Where did you go, Doug Was? You left the race. No car sounds? We do have car sounds. I will be looking for a Mercedes. Do we hear the cars? It's just soft. Do we need to up the volume? What's happening, Starblazer? I just seen your message. What's happening with your wheel? Maybe somebody in the what kind of wheel do you have? Maybe somebody in the chat has the same wheel that you have. Sideways in the first sector. We didn't see it, Doug Was. We were looking at Andam having damage and a battle between 6 Carab and Switzer Motorsport. So we didn't see who you hit, sadly. With Andam still in the pit lane, being finished with the race. Maybe Andam joined in on the broadcast. Maybe he can let us know a little what happened to Fabian. Fabian is sideways just before the carousel. Schlin taking P1, still in P1, has been in P1 for the last lap. Fabian is gonna be having a race with his own mind at the moment, trying to make up time. 6 Scarab was 18 seconds behind Mr. Legends and is now 17 seconds, with Legends now doing the fastest lap time. 8:15.0. We already had this fastest lap, it just changed. Other than that, we do not have many battles at the moment on the track. So we will be going to 6 Scarab to watch him drive around on the Nordschleife, while we are looking at the split and trying to figure out. Saber is mad. What happened? Saber has left the lobby. That's what happened. So probably, possibly, he had a run-in with a BMW first corner as well, or first sector. Satnat in last place, and we have currently Slin in pit lane in P1, exiting pit lane. P1, PZRK Legends coming through. These guys are gonna be very, very close to each other. So that's our fight back on. We do have something to watch again. With 6 Scarab going past Fabian, who is going into the pit lane, and Sosa in pit lane. So we do have right now Schlin in P1, Legends P2 and Scarab in P3. And Scarab has been fighting his way back. I'm very, very curious when the split updates how many seconds 6 Scarab is gonna be behind Legends and Slin. Because we have 9 minutes left, just under 10 minutes left. What can Scarab do in 2 more laps? I will be fuming if people are going into the chat saying somebody's fuming. We are gonna be taking a little look. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Saber was texting and driving. That's never a good idea. Texting and driving on his way to the light. Whoa, that's Slin going off in the first section of the real Nordschleife. With Legends in P1. And 6 Scarab on his ass right now. So that's gonna be a fight between P2 and P3. With Legends taking P1, Schlin P2, with 6 Scarab just behind him. And then we have, I think we have a blue flagged Ferrari behind. Slin already behind 6 Scarab. We did miss this overtake by trying to look who was behind 6 Scarab. That's how quickly it can be. We're just switching, looking at what's happening, and poof, that's the move done. Legends P1, Scarab P2, Slin in P3. with Slin possibly having a little bit of damage. I won't say it's gonna be a lot. He did slide along the rails, but not that hard that he's gonna have major damage like on Enda. Scarab has some work to do though. 19 seconds, 19 and a half seconds behind Legends with only 2 laps to go. Davon Holmes. Who is Davon Holmes? Didn't we mean Dave Sipos? Dave Sipos? 3 points on a racetrack is never a good idea. It's better to just lower your traction and give it a little donut if you can. If you don't have those buttons mapped, yeah, just be very, very careful trying to spin your car or getting back on the track. And we will be going to Slin and Need Attendant for the only battle going on this track at the moment. We're gonna be looking at a little helicam just to have a bit of a better view what's happening. With a stop and go for Hamsik for possibly speeding in the pit lane. With Need Attendant very, very close to Slin for P3 and P4. Going up onto the section where Saber heard a phone ringing and thought it was a good idea to see what the missus said, but the missus only wanted some milk, so he could have just checked it after the race. Andam is back. You are joking, right, Finn? Oh my god. He is back indeed. What happened to Andam? Why was he in the pit lane for so long? I mean, do you even get more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes of damage time in the pit? Did he have so much? I think 2 minutes 30 is like the maximum amount, I believe. Andam is just 77 seconds behind P16 at the moment, but with Hamsik having a stop and go, let's see where Andam is gonna be ending up. But props for Andam to getting that car repaired, getting back out on the track, and still continuing. It's a last race, sadly, but that was a big bang. I will be making a clip of that tomorrow, and it will definitely go into the highlights section of this race. We do not have a lot of highlights, so I'm just gonna check the stream tomorrow. I'm just gonna take a couple of things like the outbreaking maneuvers, the overtakes, the things we missed, the things we've seen, a couple of slides. It won't be the best, it won't be a Valencia multi-class clip quality, but we will be looking at a couple of highlights. With Slin and Need Attendant still having a battle for P3. And we will be going out of this annoying heli view, because those propellers make me sky sick. I do not like flying, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to visit more countries, to visit more places, to get into a plane for 10, 14, 18 hours, however long it is, but to be honest, flying from Amsterdam with Need Attendant going on to the left side, having had a little tow from Mr. Slin, but an hour of flying, 1.5 hours of flying, and I'm
Right,
already.
Man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
I'm already downloading like 8 episodes of a series or 3 movies just because I'm so stressed out. If I'm sitting by the window, all people always open up the window to look outside how beautiful. I keep that thing shut. I do not want to see the mountain. I'm gonna be dying to. 11 minutes of damage, Finn. That's crazy. 11 minutes of damage. That is almost unhumanly long for a 45 or hour race format. I think the maximum amount of damage I had was 2 minutes and 30 or something, but then already my suspension, I think it was on one of my favorite tracks, Brands Hatch. I slammed into the wall so fast, second to last corner. I touched the grass, went straight, went into the barriers, and I couldn't steer anymore. Tried getting back to the pit lane, and the worst thing of all, I managed to get back on the straight, of course, and last corner people were catching me. I tried to stay on the inside, couldn't steer anymore, and I took one with me straight into the last corner barriers. That's pretty messed up. But if you can't steer anymore, that's a big problem. With neat attendant, of course, having passed Slin on the straight towards the start-finish line. Already almost coming up on the S's towards the left-hand corner to the Nordschleife. And 6 Carab 23 seconds behind Legends. Legends, if he is not gonna be messing up, is gonna be taking home the win today. But like we have seen with Endem, you can be fast, you can be flying, one little mistake and you're done. As I do hope we get a couple of more battles on track, but as we can see in the split times, we started with 24-25 races, 19 left, and no battles going on at the moment. So yes, Nordschleife is a beautiful race, and I do get it that it's a popular race, but with a track that has such a high level of skill gaps between races, and it being a very long track, it's gonna be a lonely race for a lot of people. we will be streaming Barcelona tomorrow at 7 p.m. BST in a little surprise for you all. And I'm just wishing we could have a couple of battles in the last lap, but I don't know if the broadcasting prayers are gonna be heard. BGRK Legends finishing
The leader has finished the race.
the Nordschleife 45 minutes in P1. And here we have 6 Garab on the last straight, coming up onto the final set of corners. Thank you, David. Thank you. I wish we had a bit more action on the Nordschleife. It's a fantastic track, but being it a high skill racing venue, the gaps on track are probably a bit more than you'd want for great overtaking maneuvers. EER, that's another thing. EER and the GTMR, those events are not my broadcasts. I'm the XCL man. Moss is the GTMR man, and I am not gonna do the EER. I think the EER is not for XCL commentating. So unless that's different, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm definitely not doing the GTMRs. That's Marshall Moss. Marshall Moss is the GTMR guy. Make sure you follow him if you don't want to miss out on exciting GTMR races. EER, I would have to ask Klorpte or anyone else to see what's going on with that, but EER is not what has been on my list. XCL is basically everything XCL does on its own. I can do the endurance races, the multi-class races, the starters, the amateurs. That's what we are doing. Anything else is not on my broadcasting list. But we have BGRK Legends in P1, 6 Carab in P2, and Neat Attendant was in P3, already having left the lobby. Then we had Slin in P4, Switzer Motorsport still in P6 with Sharp having left the lobby as well. And Andam finished in P17, but with a couple of guys already left the lobby. He is still out on track. But I do have to say, a fully repaired McLaren does drive and looks a lot better than a non-steering McLaren after a big crash. And GG to you, Gaetan. Thank you for watching, thank you for joining, thank you everybody who joined in. Mr. Kritalos, Klorpte, 13 Devils, Duck Boss. We had Panzerbero, David, just everybody, Idodo, Swine. We had everybody on the stream, and thank you all for watching. I will be giving Andam a little bit of screen time because we missed out on so much overtaking maneuvers and the rest of the Nordschleife battle. And after that, Andam has finished the race. We will be closing off for tonight. So if you have any questions, any comments to make, do it now before we close off the stream. With Andam having a little drift and a little moment going into the last corner. That's just for the broadcast. Thank you, Slin. thank you. I hope you enjoyed the race and them going into the pit lane to finish off today's event. I want to thank you all again, and I hope you will be joining me in Barcelona tomorrow with a surprise in the works. So make sure you're here, make sure you're joining in, tuning in, sign up for Barcelona if you haven't done already. But yep, this was it for tonight in the German Eifel on the Nordschleife. Have a good one and see you all next time.